That's kind of part of the problem, Kevin. Microsoft has been very vague about the specific causes. They won't cite any specifics. They won't say exactly why.
We didn't have all the answers at that time.
We were trying to figure this out. Do we have a heat problem? Is the solder in key components in the motherboard, is it cracking up and drying out and we're losing that connection? We just couldn't figure it out.
It's a long process. You had to test it at the board level, you had to test it at the system level, and then you had to test it in the rack level. And we had almost 1 million of them sitting in our bone pile.
We'd fix the ones in the bone pile, we'd send it back out to the customer, and it turns out that wasn't the problem, and it would break again.
And I was like, man, this is not going to end.
After the third or the fourth issue that we ran into, I remember thinking, hey, maybe we're in over our heads.
When we got to a point where we said, we're not figuring this out fast enough, we made the call to shut down production.
We went line down at the factory. We wanted to figure out how to solve it before we build any more units to go to customers.
It stretched every bit of our imaginations to try to figure out exactly what was going on and how to fix the problem.
This went on for months.
These were the darkest days of my career.
Are people going to now go out and buy PlayStation or Nintendo? Are they going to leave us as a brand?
Every day you weren't gaming was a bad day for you. You trusted us and you'd invested this money in us, and we let you down.
Not gonna work.
This was an incredibly trying time. People use phrases like you figure out what people are made of. Having gone through it, I can actually say that happened. It's a thing. It isn't just a phrase.
Todd had to manage the very complex process of what we call root causing until we knew what was going on.
2006, 2007, I dedicated a lot of my life to this Xbox in order to fix this problem.
Breakthrough came when we understood that the connections that were being broken were not located on the motherboard, but they were actually located inside the components. The problem was a connection was breaking. The reason it was breaking was thermal, but it wasn't because of the peak temperature. It was because when the unit would get hot and then cold, hot and then cold, every time it did that, it would stress the connection.
All these people loved playing video games, and so they would turn this thing on and off, and when it would turn on and off, you get all sorts of stresses.
And just like when you bend something too many times till it finally breaks, that's what was happening.
Once we figured it out, how in the heck are we going to fix this?
Peter Moore and the executive team faced a big decision about trying to fix this with all these boxes that were out there in the wild.
This was something that could tarnish the brand. They needed to do not just something, they needed to do the right thing.
If we're going to save this brand, we need first-class consumer service reaction to this.
The credibility of the whole platform really, I think, hung in the balance.
There's only one way to do this, and that is you have to fix every console for every customer at no cost, no questions asked.
I think we're off to a good start.
I remember sitting on a whiteboard writing out some simple math on repair rates times $1 times a customer times an amount equals a number. And that number became pretty big. And I remember feeling in my stomach this is gonna be a bigger issue than I thought.
By the time we looked at the cost of repairs, the lost sales that we factored in, we had a $1.15 billion problem.
Peter had to go to Steve Ballmer and basically say, hey, bad news, I need $1 billion to go fix this issue.
I'm expecting to be ripped to shreds.
Come on!
It is a make or break situation for Xbox. If Steve Ballmer does not give Peter Moore the money to go fix it, Xbox is dead. Like, there's probably no question about it.
It's the credit of Steve, and I can still see him looking at me right now. He said, do it. Just do it. We'll figure it all out. We'll take the hit.
Microsoft will spend at least $1 billion to repair serious hardware failures with its Xbox 360 video game console.
Over 200 million of this was simply one-way overnight shipping around the world.
kudos to Microsoft for stepping up and putting their money where the red ring of death was.
It was one of the times when I've been proudest to be part of Microsoft because we made a mistake, we owned it, and we did the right thing for consumers.
Without that money spent, without them taking the problem head on, there's probably no Xbox right now.
We bet on our fans and our brand and took the hit. Take that hit once, do it right, don't ever regret it.
When the 360 died on me, I was pissed that it died, but I wasn't pissed at Microsoft. I just really wanted to get the 360 again and start playing again because it was just awesome.
Was frustrating, but they had hooked us. So when you hook somebody, you know they're not going to leave. They're going to work with you through difficult times.
That was a good sign that people love the thing that you're building.
But even $1 billion mea culpa may not have been enough had it not been for 2 X factors. A library of celebrated game titles, and support from game developers who loved how easy it was to program for Xbox 360 and saw in it the potential to take gaming to places previously unexplored.
Gears of War at the time was the best looking game ever made, and it became this poster child for HD graphics and HD fidelity.
Like, this is a game that people are going to immediately gravitate to and go, oh my god, I can't believe the 360 looks that good, especially when they compare it to PS3. Because this game looks better than anything on PS3 right now.
It was the fastest selling Xbox 360 game. It sold like 1 million units in the first couple of weeks, and that really propelled the 360 in a big way.
Gears of War may just be the great hope to turn the 360 into a must-buy console.
It was a very different type of game for Microsoft. An M-rated game with over-the-top violence.
Everyone loved the signature weapon, the chain gun, the Lancer.
Gears of War was about appealing to a hardcore gamer.
People that play Gears, they have so much passion in it. People get tattoos, and it's just the deep connection they have with the franchise and the game is unlike any other franchise that we have.
That was satisfying. And all of a sudden you see this tide turn of every publisher is then developing for the Xbox 360.
We have secured a lot of big games for Xbox 360. We published titles like Mass Effect.
We had Splinter Cell from Ubisoft, of course. We really had this incredible portfolio of games. We were the shooter box.
Call of Duty was a franchise we bet on early. It was a PC franchise, and we really established Call of Duty on the console in a big way.
Cameo and this gorgeous, colorful game. It was about frame rate, it was about smooth visuals.
Forza was built as a direct competitor to Gran Turismo. We're going to go off and we're going to build a great, epic, big racing simulator game.
You had cars that had amazing reflections of the sky. They had reflections of other things. You had particle effects. You had a lot of things that just made it look much more real than any other game.
To this day, my son can recognize cars by the engine sounds because he played so much Forza.
If you look at Xbox 360, that was a moment where we got it exactly right. It was just an incredible run that I don't know that has ever been topped in the history of gaming. And then, you know, at the center of it all was Halo 3.
It had been 3 years since Halo 2 smashed industry records, and Halo fans were clamoring for the next chapter of the epic space saga.
I think that we were really surprised by the success, the huge success of Halo 2. And so as we were leading up to the Halo 3 campaign, I think we did kind of look at it all up from our marketing team as more of a Hollywood moment.
With Halo 3, we wanted to get out in front and make people aware that video games are not something that are just for the boys. Video games have come of age.
An exciting day for video game fans and for Microsoft.
Master Chief is back in the most anticipated video game ever, Halo 3.
Thousands lined up to get the final installment of the trilogy when it went on sale at midnight.
I got here 6 p.m. yesterday. Been waiting here ever since.
Halo 3, what a massive launch event that was for us.
They have 1 million pre-orders, which is pretty much unprecedented.
Halo is projected to sell 4 million copies its first 60 days.
More than twice as many as the 9 runners-up combined.
It's only the biggest game ever.
We were no longer some tech company trying to be in video games. We were launching one of the biggest entertainment properties of all time.
Halo 3 embodies our vision for the future of entertainment.
The franchise spawning everything from clothing to action figures and rumors of a Halo movie.
Halo 3 really started to make gaming the mainstream cultural phenomenon.
Its first day sales could outdo not only the final Harry Potter book, but the debut of Spider-Man 3.
When everything was tallied, we had generated over $170 million in revenue in the first 24 hours, setting a new record for the biggest day in entertainment history.
It was just an amazing moment. It was one thing after another. We had games, we had Time Magazine. Everything started clicking, and it felt like something's happening.
We delivered the right content, the right hardware, the right games, the right price, and we were showing massive momentum. The ship had sailed and sailed magnificently and kept sailing full steam ahead.
Only a week ago, Peter Moore took the stage in Santa Monica, California for Microsoft's E3 press event. A mere 7 days later, the man in charge of the 360 and the Games for Windows division has decided to move on to EA Sports.
I left Xbox because I felt like I had done what I needed to do.
Ironically, he'll be replaced by Don Mattrick, the former president of EA, but one has to wonder, with the face of the Xbox gone, how will this affect the 360 standing in the console wars?
Don Mattrick was a really accomplished game developer. As a kid, he wrote these amazing games, and he was just super smart.
Don's really an innovator. He's a business leader. He's really into the tech. He really wanted the Xbox to be a product that could reach a broader market.
When I joined Microsoft, Steve Ballmer said Xbox needs to have more than a true product lifecycle. And to do that, we need to place bets, we need to move into new categories, we need to innovate and create new hit products, both in gaming and in entertainment.
When Don Mattrick came on board, it was more about trying to appeal to a completely different audience and a very broad audience. So there was this one meeting where he shows up and he says, we're not going for 30 million consoles, we're going for 300 million consoles. And the strategy behind that was we need to make casual experiences.
When the Xbox 360 launched, we had Xbox Live built in. We had this very basic blade for Marketplace, and we had only game content. One of the things that I've been tasked to do was go get us some entertainment content, which was an entirely new idea of the time.
We started doing deals with studios. We were excited when we had 1 movie and then 2 movies and 5 movies and 10 movies.
Microsoft's Xbox will transform into a next-generation entertainment hub. Users will be able to navigate through music, movies, television shows.
For the first time, we were realizing that streaming and digital video content was going to be a big deal. And then we had Netflix come on.
Xbox 360 was a big part of putting Netflix in the living room.
At the time, Netflix was a mail-order DVD catalog service.
Nationally, Netflix moves more than 1.5 million DVDs a day.
There's 40 of these warehouses around the country,
right?
So that nearly every customer gets next day delivery.
Netflix hadn't done anything with digital streaming. We thought, why don't we call them up, see if they would be interested in distributing their content through Xbox 360.
We definitely accelerated their growth because we introduced them to tens of millions of devices that were connected to a TV overnight.
It's a great opportunity for Xbox members to never leave the sofa, watch movies from Netflix, play great games. It's a great platform.
And it's like, what should we do next? Well, we brought HBO, we brought Twitter, we brought Facebook. Today, that may not seem that revolutionary, but at the time, the idea to be able to do that all in one box had just never been done before.
our Xbox Live community, the digital streaming services, the gamer tags, the achievements, the experiences. They were things that we would hear consumers say they loved and competitors say they were envious of.
Xbox Live really proved that people wanted digital content. I think that created this sort of ripple effect that affected Nintendo. They knew that they probably needed to shift on how they did some things. They weren't just going to give you another console, they were going to give you a console that did something different.
This is Mike. By day, he's Mike the businessman. But when he picks up the new Wii Remote from Nintendo, he's Mike the warrior superstar athlete man.
Holiday of 2006, Nintendo released the Wii and turned the world upside down.
We're confident because for pick up and play games, there's nothing like it. For baseball, for tennis, games like that, it's fantastic. But with the Nunchuck, what you're able to do in a first-person type of game is a huge step forward in control.
Nintendo came out of left field with a device that wasn't based on technology. It was based on a simple entertainment experience of being able to play a game without being a button masher on a controller.
It really resonated with a mass audience, a wider audience. All of a sudden, parents are playing video games with their kids again.
Suddenly, you heard people talking about video gaming as something that was good for you.
Wii Fit is about bringing fun into fitness.
Video gaming as an approachable thing that everybody could do.
They went after senior citizens, they went after female gamers, they went after people who are not traditionally gamers.
Clearly, they expanded the audience and they took gaming to mainstream entertainment.
I remember Bill putting a lot of pressure on the Xbox leadership team. How did we miss motion gaming? What can we do to catch up?
We need to compete. We need to advance our game strategy. We don't want to do a Wiimote ripoff. We want to do our own thing.
Don also had this vision for controller-free gaming.
What would it be like if instead of waving something, we were recording movement, we were recording state of people physically through a camera?
The controller, he thought, was this impediment to more people playing games because you had to kind of learn this device. And his view was like, hey, if people could just like swat at things or move things or drive a car like this, kind of crazy, but it's like if you could drive a car like this, that would make more people more willing to play video games.
We set out to really make the console approachable to a whole new generation of people, to a whole new set of people that wouldn't otherwise think about gaming as something that it was for them.
We had already been doing some technology exploration where we could map people using depth sensing and RGB cameras and microphones and stuff, and you could have that by your television. Rather than holding something, you could still get these similar type of experiences.
The idea that we were going to use IR kind of display, projection and reflection to measure movement was pretty magical.
Every step of the Kinect process was an inventing step.
A lot of this work, we had to figure out how to hack our way into it.
We prototyped probably 30 activities. We found that the whole body activities were actually the most fun. And so that's what we ended up focusing on, to create something totally new for gamers.
We launched Kinect and it was a game changer.
I don't think anybody saw it coming. It was something completely new and unexpected.
So you can see if we wave our hands, it's tracking your full body.
That's
now
great.
we're playing.
Okay.
So if you lean left and right, jump, jump, jump.
In your opinion, John, how does this compare to the Wii and the Wii Fit?
Oh, completely blows it away. And this extends far past just gaming.
It's crazy. It's Minority Report status. That's how I see it.
When I saw the Kinect, I thought, oh, finally. Like, this is something we're going to use for VR eventually. It's going to be amazing to have you in the game.
Because it's motion gaming, people think, oh, it's like the competitors. It is a completely different thing, and you have to play it to understand that.
And the games were really fun. It really unlocked a new game experience for people.
Fireball!
Start getting people all cheering and yelling and, encouraging the person who's actually playing to try new things.
The idea that, you would have people over for dinner and then afterwards everybody would want to turn on the Xbox and go play ping pong or go play Kinect Sports or go play a Dance Central. That just gave Xbox 360 a whole nother sense of purpose.
In the first 60 days, we sold over 8 million Kinect sensors worldwide.
Kinect was a technological marvel, but it totally fell flat with core gamers. Kinect didn't work with Halo, but Kinect was an amazing tool for so many things like research and how we think about augmented reality and virtual reality experiences.
It's been fun to watch innovation of computer science come not from academia or industry, but to come from gaming.
And it turned out that Kinect creative community just went on to do incredible things with this device.
People got into hacking the Kinect early last year. Smartly, Microsoft responded by welcoming that and encouraging more development.
People were taking all the IR data and the voice data, and it was a rich source of creativity for other types of applications.
What is neat is the technology that is used in video games now and how it can be applied to other things, not just gaming.
And they're calling it the Kinect effect.
Microsoft's Kinect could revolutionize medicine.
Being used to aid the rehabilitation of stroke patients, also by people who work with autistic children.
Kinect today is mostly used outside of gaming. So gaming has created this piece of technology that today drives the industry forward.
With Xbox 360, we had an amazing product that had finally broken through. The ecosystem was healthy. Consumers were engaged in North America and Europe. It was the top-selling hardware device.
Xbox 360 has been the #1 selling console every month for the last 6 months.
It was a pretty great second iteration for Microsoft as a company.
Against all odds, the Xbox 360 basically won that second console generation.
By the end of that generation, I think people had sort of felt the pendulum had swung from PlayStation dominance to Xbox dominance.
There were more players than ever playing Xbox. The brand really was in a terrific place.
And there was no chance. There's nothing Microsoft could do that could possibly torpedo the success they have with the Xbox 360.
We're about to change entertainment forever.
Again.
Because we're going to take all that we learned
in more than 30 years of innovation
and use it to change
television,
TV,
television,
television.
Watch TV. Team Xbox is on a new mission. This is it, Xbox One.
I cannot believe this press conference.
We've got this vast amount of gamers that are increasingly loving Xbox, and we're building great experiences that they've never seen before. And now we're going to be the connected TV, so we're going to have the set-top box for the living room. And it turned out like nobody wanted that.
Oh, hell no, Microsoft. Hell no.
we're back. I don't know where we were, but we are back. I was really lost there for a second. That's weird.
It's the bomb. Bombastic. It's self-radio.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea, and I'll get my ping pong. This is getting heavy, can't hear the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beach treat like money. This go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move right up the wall. Daylight, sky's the light, so we dance to the break of dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball. This is getting heavy, can you hear the bass? Boom, I'm ready. Levies, chillin', honey, yeah, this bitch a chill like money. And this go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow. And let's go! 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Light it up like dynamite. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Light it up like dynamite. 'Cause I'm in stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. 'Cause so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite.
Home is where my heart is still beating, and I don't know when I'll see her again. I hate to see her cry when I'm leaving, but now I'm 1,000 miles away again. And she feels like Carolina, looks like California, shiny like those New York lights on Broadway. When she looks back, I'm behind her. I'll always be there for her. She makes me feel like home's not so far away. She feels like Carolina. It's hard to understand the way I'm living, and I know she thinks I'm never coming home. But I miss her pretty smile, and I'm coming back in a little while. But I'm 1,000 miles away again, and she feels like Carolina. California, shining like those New York lights on Broadway. When she looks back, I'm behind her. I'll always be there for her. She makes me feel like home's not so far away. Carolina, California, like home's not so far away. She feels like Carolina, looks like California. She makes me feel like home's not so far away. She makes me feel like home's not so far away.
I want you to listen to this track and think what it means to people that can't understand the words.
The needle on my compass must be busted open, 'cause I can't walk straight. And I'm feeling kinda beaten, like the rusted out hinges on the backyard gate. Well, everybody lies too much, hoping they can find true love. 'Cause hell is what we all go through, to try and find an angel like you. Thank God you found me, because I'm broken and handing you my heart. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. Or else I'm just standing in the dark. My soul's got holes like a shotgun pattern on a highway sign. And the lady on the radio can stick this damn rain where the sun don't shine. Well, everybody lies too much, hoping they can find true love. 'Cause hell is what we all go through, to try and find an angel like you. Thank God you found me, because I'm broken and handing you my heart. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. Thank God you found me, because I'm broken and handing you my heart. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. Or else I'm just standing in the dark. Or else I'm just standing in the dark. You turn to me as if to say, your turn to breathe as the shadows drift away. You can't explain, you just let go of all the pain that the world will never know. You turn to me as if to say, you turn to breathe as the shadows drift away. You can't explain, you just let go of all the pain that the world will never know. Thank God you found me, because I'm broken and handing you my heart. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. Thank God you found me, because I'm broken and handing you my heart. When the night is surrounding, need your light around me, or else I'm just standing in the dark. You turn to me as if to say, or else I'm just standing in the dark. You can't explain, you just let go, or else I'm just standing in the dark.
like being alone. I wouldn't keep checking my phone. Wouldn't take the long way home just to drive myself crazy. I wouldn't be losing sleep, remembering everything, everything you said to me, like I'm doing lately. You wouldn't be all that I want. Baby, I could let go. If I didn't love you, I'd be good by now. I'd be better than barely getting by somehow. Yeah, it would be easy not to miss you. Wonder about who's with you. Turn the want you off whenever I want to. If I didn't love you, if I didn't love you.
Wouldn't still cry sometimes. Wouldn't have to fake a smile. Play it off and tell a lie. When somebody asks how I've been, I try to find someone new. It should be something I can do. Baby, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in the state that I'm in.
You wouldn't be all that I want. Baby, I could let go. If I didn't love you, I'd be good by now. I'd be better than barely getting by somehow. Yeah, it would be easy not to miss you. Wonder about who's with you. Turn the want you off whenever I want to. If I didn't love you, if I didn't love you, if I didn't love you, it wouldn't be so hard to see you. Know how much I need you. Wouldn't hate that I still feel like I do. If I didn't love you,
If I didn't love you,
if I didn't love you.
if I didn't love you, I'd be good by now. I'd be better than barely getting by somehow.
Yeah, it would be easy not to miss you. Wonder about who's with you. Turn to want you off whenever I want to. If I didn't love you, yeah. If I didn't love you, 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 if I didn't love you.
Smokey's on the trail, Davy's got his gun. All you other boys better be on the run. 50-yard line, Knoxville Nights, Tennessee ball under stadium lights. Ain't it good to know how it feels? Born and raised in the Tennessee hills. Rocky Top fever that hits in the fall. Ain't it good to be a ball, y'all? Ain't it good to be a ball, y'all? Me and my family Rocky Top, bring it home. V for the victory. O, orange overload. L, let's give them hell. Rocky Top, bring it home. Ain't it good to know how it feels? Born and raised in the Tennessee hills. Rocky Top fever that hits in the fall. Ain't it good to be a ball, y'all? Ain't it good to be a ball, y'all? Oh, Tennessee ball,
I'm suffocating from all this great music. Let's hope you do too.